All right, let's talk about some practice tips for this. I did mention this at the end of the lesson, but feel they're worth going over again. It's basically just how to approach practicing this. And basically, work on 2 lines at a time and get it memorized here. So get these first 2 lines up on the screen memorized first, and then memorize the next 2. Because basically, it's almost like I guess you could call it a theme that's happening here. So these first 2 lines, after that first pick note, you do the hammer on and then pull off, hammer, pull, hammer, pull, hammer, pull. So it ends on the pull off. And that's how every bar is for these first 2 lines. After the first pick note, hammer, pull, hammer, pull, hammer, pull, hammer, pull. And then the next 2 lines, you do the same group of notes, basically just climbing up the string instead of going down. But this time, after the first pick note, you do the pull off. You go pick, pull, not pick, pull, sorry. You do pick, pull off, hammer, pull, hammer, pull, hammer, pull, hammer. And I end with the hammer on. And then the next 2 lines, let me change this real quick. There, now I can have everything all in one spot, all on the screen. Okay, in this, a couple changes happen. So the first 4 lines, your pinky doesn't get used at all. It's just your first, second, first, and third. Because basically every time you have a half step distance, 1 fret apart, so like between the 12 and 13, I don't know why I held up 2 fingers. 1 fret apart, you'll have your first and second finger. When you have 2 frets apart, you use your first and third finger. So like 10 and 12, that's a whole step apart, so you use your ring finger there. For the open string part, like the 1 and 0, just use your index finger. So for this, what's on the screen right now, your pinky is going to be used the entire time. So the last 4 lines of this, you'll be using your pinky and your index finger. So the other change is you have all 1/8 notes, so it's just continuous. And first we start with pull off, hammer, and so on. And then the last 2 lines we have, we start with the hammer on and then the pull off. And yeah, so just practicing 2 lines at a time is what I highly recommend. Use the loop feature if you feel the need to. So I'm going to play through the whole thing so you can hear and see what it sounds like on the guitar versus just listening to the Guitar Pro. I'm going to change things here on my end so I can actually see the whole thing. So because of how big it is, I won't be able to have it up on screen like I do usually for these recap things, but hopefully that won't be an issue. Okay, so 100 beats a minute. Let's get to it. Alright, so I'll go ahead and count this one off. 1, 2, 3, 4. it is. The start of Etude number 1. So, definitely looking forward to seeing how this works out for you in terms of improving just your hammer-on pull-off stuff. Yeah, we'll be adding some strings, and I think we're going to do a lot of some open string stuff too, and just kind of improve on doing things like that. But if you got any questions, please let me know, and I'll see you on